G'day. So some of you are getting a bit carried away here on the whole NPC idea, that 99% of people are NPCs of this matrix, right? What's actually happening is that everybody can fall into the mind system or a level of mind, which is the NPC level of mind, right? And this is third dimensionally relative. It's third dimensional and under. And it's algorithmically orchestrated to give you such as that, right? Noise pollution, the noise campaigns. So it's not that necessarily the guy in the truck's an NPC, but that one was, and you can feel them. It's that there's an operation or level of algorithmic, circular coding to this place. And we're all capable of falling into that. And that's the daily struggle, and that's also a type of desensitization which is always happening through your gang stalking, and must be considered in conjunction with lower vibrational, lower density experience. And that's what's actually going on. So it's just there for everybody to fall into. Not that, just 99% of people are NPCs of this matrix. Okay? So, and it's just the same way, we shouldn't say it's a simulation, we should say it's simulatory. And that's why you can also wield now you're in the masterclass at the fucking bus stop. That's how you know you're in the masterclass, because you're here in the bus stop with me. Because I don't have an amphitheater. Because this is not NPC level. You notice I had to go up and down and forward and backwards. Instead of just blam blat on the page, or 99% of people are NPCs. You haven't gone up or down or sideways or anything. Do you understand? You've gotten a piece of code. You've made your piece of code very simplistic. That's not how code works. It goes up and down and back and forth to different structs, different arguments, different parameters. And so the parameters I'm explaining are levels of mind. We have the anthropoid monkey body, right, experience, the hylic mind. Then you have the compromised mind, which sits in between, right, and is fourth dimensionally relative. So you have a fourth and third dimensional very, very relativity to the idea of, NPCs, right? So for instance, if I react like angrily, there's infinite experience to be had in any emotion, right? Fourth dimensionally, and the four ways of the fourth dimension. But there's only a certain set of things that are going to happen in the lower world. I'm going to get, stopped by police or something like that. Common occurrences. Right? That level is very orchestrated. So what's happening here is we're falling into the algorithm that's set up there. And it's very simple. That's as simple as it is. Then you fall into the hylic mind, right? And so on and so forth. And you notice this. When I raise the level of vibration of my thinking and I'm not in the da-da state, I come out with good information, right? It strings together, and the strings are complex. They're using parameters from different realization levels, such as that there is a monkey body level, but then such as that there is a fourth dimensional astral emotional plane, right? So we've gone up and down. It's not just as simple as bam, 99% of people are NPCs. No, it's that most people are acting on that, falling back into that state because it's easy. The way up and out is very difficult. And ultimately we can ascend, moment to moment, right? So do you see what I'm saying? It's a falling matrix. It's pulling you down into... Oh my God, have I just seen missionaries again? This is so fucked up, guys. Missionaries, bro. See the missionaries over there, man? That turns out to be... No, it's two different ones. But they turn out to be Americans because they're smiling like crazy. And I'm meeting missionaries again. What the hell? While I'm doing this talk even. What the fuck, bro? That's insane. Anyway. So, people are acting on a level of soul, which I could call also an NPC level from a higher spirit level, right? But any soul can't say that. How can I say that? Well, because the soul is a trap. It's part of this trap. Right, the soul is part of this trap, and basically it makes up the trap. It's an energy extraction matrix, but downward, and unconsciousness sucks consciousness into being. So when we have, let's just pretend it's 50%. We don't know the percentage of the NPCs, and it's not 99%. It's that we have a system where anybody can NPC out, like shorting out. Okay, it's like an electrical system where you short it out and you can NPC out, become a Heilig for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And you can see this on people because I've said all it takes is a 2-inch head tilt backward and you're on the hive telepathic grid. A 2-inch head tilt, a physical 2-inch head tilt, you're back on the hive, the telepathic hive of the species. So organic portals are also in every species, don't forget. It's not just all the humans are NPCs and then all the animals as well. We've got to keep in mind this thing that I keep talking about, this vectorism. I've mentioned this years ago. Years ago I mentioned atrophy, entropy, and the vector out of the field. And that we as spirits come back through time to try and uplift more from density. It's not the other way around. I used to think, maybe we're and other teachers say we're here to put more spirit into matter and enliven dead matter. You could see it that way, but I really think that the greatest work is the opposite way, like I just said, the up. Lifting the density up. That's the biggest feat. Anyway, and that's always happening. And it's up and out. And there's always lag, right? And that's the NPC Heilig mind. And you can go into there anytime you choose annulment. So they've just chosen annulment on a grand scale because, they've seen how useless it is, how hard it is to escape for them. Many of them are so deeply inbound that they can't even comprehend how to or what even is escape or how a simulation goes about doing what it does in gang stalking, so on and so forth. Right? They can't even consider all these things like Mandela effect and all that, right? They can fall asleep in front of you and they can't even think about it. They have a brain fart and massive cognitive dissonance. And look, I see a lot of soul people with souls, but then they out of fear become an NPC, you see? And it can be momentary. They can have a soul, but fear, turns off the reception of higher light. right? And then you fall in this falling matrix into Hylic NPC mind.